gonna show you around my canning room. It's also our laundry room. It's where I start all of my seeds in the winter. It's where I hang my herbs to dry. A lot happens in this room. So let me show you what we have going on in the cabinets. This room used to be a hot mess, and it was on our list to redo this for a long time because I was running out of space. We had canned goods in like random closets underneath all the beds in the house. So we knew this was a project that we needed to do. I'm gonna go through and kind of tell you what I have canned because I know when I first started, watching videos like this really inspired me because sometimes you're like, oh, I didn't realize that I could use that for that purpose. So we're just gonna kind of skim through here. This is something new I tried this year because I had a lot of green beans. It's stilly beans, which is basically just like a pickled green bean. We do a lot of diced tomatoes because we use them in chili. If I need sauce, I can always blend this and then just boil it down to a thickened sauce. Again, we do a lot of tomato juice because for soups, for chili, anything that you would add tomato juice in, we do that. And then chicken, this is something that I pressure can, and we use this for chicken pot pie. If the kids want like a chicken burrito for lunch, this is a great option. A lot of options with canned meat. This is probably my favorite jar because they're just so pretty. Peaches are a thing of my childhood, and it is one of the main reasons why I can peaches because one bite instantly transforms me back to my childhood home eating canned peaches with peanut butter crackers. So, does anyone else eat peanut butter crackers with peaches? I would love to know.
No.
No? This is baked beans. In the winter, when I'm all done with the garden season, I basically take all of my empty jars and I can all like dry beans. And then by the time spring rolls around where the garden is producing again, those jars are usually empty because we've used them for chili and soups and things, refried beans, and then those jars are ready for the summer garden. So that's what you see up here. These are all different kinds of beans. This bean medley was something I tried new this winter. This one looks kind of gross, but it's still good to eat. A lot of the liquid seeped out of it. But this bean medley has made delicious refried beans. And whenever I take it to a party or give it to someone for a meal, they're like, what did you do to those beans? So I'll probably always do that one. And then we have bread and butter pickles. This is Rachel's favorite, so I always make sure to do some bread and butter pickles. We have pickled carrots. Again, a favorite of my kids. So in the winter, this is usually when I do a lot of pickled carrots. I'll leave a link to the canning video of this. We actually did this last fall, I believe, and it shows the process and how you can can pickled carrots as well. Speaking of canning, we have an exciting announcement. We have a course that is now live. It's called Canning with Confidence. I'm super excited about it because I love passing along the passion and knowledge of canning to others. We thoroughly cover the process of canning that covers all recipes really. So that way you don't feel intimidated when you're looking at a recipe. And if you've been water bath canning for a while and you're ready to jump into pressure canning, we also have that covered. We're really excited about this because if the grocery store shelves were empty again, you would be able to can your own food. Or if the power went out, you already have canned food on your shelf. So be sure to check out that link in the description below and we'll help you take the fear and intimidation out of canning. This side is more of my condiments and jellies side. We have pizza sauce, which is so yummy. I love it. And then I might have went a little bit overboard on the peach jelly this year. We liked it so much, so I canned a lot. And I think I have like 24 half pints of peach jelly. This is one of my favorites. It's a blueberry chia jam. You don't have to use any kind of pectin in this, which is great. And then we have a strawberry vanilla, which is a favorite. We have not bought any kind of jam or jelly in over a year because last year was the first year I really went like full force with canning jellies and we had more than enough to last us to this year. And then this year I can and that kind of overflows. So that would be my encouragement to new canners. If you see this and you're like, oh, I wish I could do that, but that feels overwhelming. I did not can all of this stuff this year. Canning is a process where it accumulates on top of each other. So I have stuff from last year, I'm canning this year, and that stock is growing. I just make sure to rotate, first in, first out. Those of you that worked in the food industry will understand that. But basically just make sure that the old stuff you're bringing to the front, the new stuff you're putting in the back. This is a pickled pepper. At the end of the season, right before our first frost, I will go down and I pick all of my peppers and I turn them into pickled peppers. So this is always an end of the season thing. Same thing with banana pepper rings. These are great on sandwiches, or if you wanted to throw them into a recipe, you could do that. We have zucchini relish. And this one is from last year because last year I didn't have a good cucumber harvest, but I had a decent amount of zucchini. So I ended up making zucchini relish last year instead of pickle relish. But I do prefer pickle relish. So the pickle relish is from this year, and my cucumbers did really good. So I was able to get my stock that I'll probably have more than enough to carry us over into next year. This is a new one that I did this year, pickled beets. I have grown up on pickled beets. We make red beet eggs, which is basically red beets and the juice in here, and you soak hard-boiled eggs into that, and it creates like a beautiful pickled egg, and it's so yummy. So I wanted to can my own this year rather than buying pickled beets. This is one that I'm known for among all my friend circles, and it is a thing that people most time hope that I bring to a party and hope that I leave at a party. Cowboy candy. It's good on crackers, really anything, eggs, all the things. This is a favorite amongst all of us. My husband really likes just plain pickled jalapenos for tacos and sandwiches, and so we always do some of these every year, which this is our last jar from last year. So I kind of take inventory and see where I need to can things. Like the next round of jalapenos I get from the garden, I'll probably do pickled, just regular pickled jalapenos to kind of replenish this. We have dill pickles. That is the one that I do a lot of. When my cucumbers start to come in, I make sure I do dill pickles first because we prefer these over bread and butter. And then this is where the world of pressure canning really opens up a lot of doors. This is tomato soup. It is already like prepared the way we like it. All I would have to do for a quick meal is pop the top on this, heat it up, and make some grilled cheese. So having ready-made foods in the canning cabinet is a great convenience and a reason that you should check out pressure canning. Again, beef vegetable soup. You can't water bath can this for safety purposes, but you can pressure can it. So again, this is ready. We could just pop the top and heat it and eat it. Then on the bottom here is kind of my overflow section. So we have extra peaches, we have apple preserves, stuff like that. And then all of my broth is down here, bone broth. Again, this is something that you would pressure can. You couldn't water bath can broth. Here I have some of my garlic and onions that were all grown in the garden this year. Potatoes, I did not grow those. And then down here, there's applesauce we can every fall. And that's like 50, but it's dwindled since we've canned. One of the things that has really helped me with doing this space is having place for my empty jars and to organize them well. So I have little labels on here. So when I wash a jar, I stick it in there. It makes it really convenient for when I'm doing a recipe. In my drawers here are my lids. I have all my wide mouth in one, all my regular mouth in another. And 4 jars have been my personal favorite the last couple of years. Their lids seal really well. I have yet to have one not seal. And so these are lids I buy for everything now. And then in this drawer is just some extra canning supplies that I would need. And then this is just the random junk drawer. Everyone has this, right? Everyone has a junk drawer. The things that have no place. So this room has really become functional compared to what it used to be. And we've really utilized this space well.
Aren't you so glad we put these cabinets in?
I am. Thanks for doing that. It makes a lot of space. Last time we did a project in a house, we moved.